Hi, Dr. Saxena here, and we'll be talking on something called integrative medicine, and we have been focusing more on something called degenerative diseases. When I talk about this word called degenerative diseases, the first thing which normally comes to our mind is yeah, something like arthritis, osteoarthritis, or something. But I can always tell you there is nothing bigger degenerative disease than cardiovascular and cancer. So the latter part, cancer is a degenerative disease. You need to understand that, and you need to work on some of the things. So what I'll in this segment I'm going to talk to you is how you are going to stop making this cancer. Mark my words, stop making cancer. Um, Need to go back. In the past 40, 50 years, the cancer has always been a extremely rare illness in industrialized nations. It was extremely rare, except in the industrialized nations, it started cropping up. So, the question here is what we are talking. Human genes have not significantly changed for thousands of years. Why they would change so drastically, killing scores of people? The kind of take what is being given for cancer is, yes, cancer is a genetic disease and it is something like it runs in families and all that, but what, where are the people like the three generations back? If you can always compare in your family, how many of your that generation people had cancer, and what is the thing what we have today? So let us discuss about this. At first, the causes of cancer seem daunting. It's like I can always give you a lot of stuff. I thought we keep talking about, yeah, this is one of the things which we are looking into this, and I always believed what Swami Vivekananda said, and he said, don't find only faults. Any fool can do that. Give solutions. It requires wisdom to find solutions than just blaming. This was the quote of Swami Vivekananda. So, having said that, we are here talking about what is this thing concept called stop making cancer. So the first glance, the causes of cancer seems daunting. There are so many reasons cancer are. Now we are talking about there are unlimited number of carcinogens, cancer-causing substances in the environment, as well as genetic predispositions. These carcinogens range from viruses to chemicals in the water, wall paint, smoke, petroleum products, insecticides, radiation, and numerous other new sources which are discovered every day. It ranges, the causes ranges from chemicals in water, wall paint, smoke, petroleum products, insecticides, radiation, so many things. So what I believe is one almost feels lucky if he or she has not found to be afflicted with cancer. Big statement. And what happens is, if someone has newly diagnosed cancer, clearly what was keeping them from developing cancer previously has obviously failed. What changed? You need to work it out. What changed? Why is it that a chain smoker has no telltale evidence of cancer while a passive smoker has a lung cancer? This is not easily understood. We try to understand. You have got some your resistance of the individual. What is how you take up the things? What is your oxidative stress? So many things. Let us focus on what is cancer. Is defined as an abnormal growth of cells which proliferate, that's increase in number, in an uncontrolled way until they invade the nearby tissues, and in some cases they metastasize, that is spread to the distant organs. Cancer also avoid natural cell death, that is called apoptosis, and hence the tumor continues growing indefinitely until it prevents the normal functioning of the organ involved. So cancer has got the capacity to avoid the natural cell death, and hence the tumor continues growing indefinitely until it prevents the normal functioning of the organ involved. Clearly, with all these structural changes in cancer cells, they are no longer able to function like a normal breast cell. When you get all these structural changes, they are no longer able to function like a normal cell. Or you take breast cancer, it is a normal breast cell, or prostatic cancer, or you have got something pancreatic. So they normally they don't have that function like a normal prostate cell or a pancreatic cell or a breast cancer cell, and so on. So as a matter of fact, cancer cells are metabolically primitive. They are not capable of using oxygen like other cells in the human body when they burn the glucose for energy, and therefore they are greatly handicapped. So, what has been, I don't want to get into, there are a lot of work by Otto Warburg, there are so many people who have done a great kind of things where they showed what is this thing called um, um, metabolism of tumors, metabolism of cancer, cancer metabolizes by anaerobic way. So, what are the conditions that need to be present in order for cells to be transformed into cancer cells? It is actually simple and straightforward. Yes, on the same page. So, what we are talking about, the what are the changes which lead to cancer? As a toxicologist, started working on this particular stuff for a long time. I believe these toxins accumulate gradually, leading to the cells becoming overwhelmed and no longer able to defend themselves. It causes damage to the mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell, and they are basically oxygen requiring. They use oxygen to produce energy. They are energy factories in the cells. They take oxygen and produce something like use glucose and produce something like ATPs. ATP is the currency cell. It's an energy packet. So later on, the damage equally changes the DNA of the cell, and the mutation occurs. The mutated cells divide, accelerating the acidic environmental changes. The more kind of anaerobic glycolysis, the more pyruvic acid, lactic acid is produced, which is reason which makes acidic environmental changes. So for a general person, I just want to give you, there are three broadly major stages of cancer. One is initiation, second one is promotion, and third one is the progression. Initiation is can be thought of as planting of seeds, and promotion can be thought of as watering and fertilizing the seeds, and the third one, which is called progression, can be thought of as continuation or non-stop proliferation of the same process, transforming or destroying anything which comes in contact with. So we believe at any stage process can be halted or reversed by only two things: cleaning out the toxins, number one. Number two is stopping watering and fertilizing. uh, I'll just go back the stages of cancer. What is being we if we can work like this, we try to understand there is an initiation stage. Initial stage is the thought of as planting of seeds. The number two, promotion, is because of watering and fertilizing the seeds, right? And the third one is non-stop proliferation. So by taking out toxins and by stop watering and fertilizing, you can stop, reverse this process. So why does it's like again, this is one of the solutions which we are trying to look into, and I want you to understand what is this particular thing all about. What is cancer? Cancer is just a symptom of severe imbalances in the body. uh, there is an environment in the person's body predisposing him or her to cancer. This can be due to because of nutritional, immunological, energy, acid-base balance, toxic factors, teeth factors. We work on teeth part also. and it can be mental, emotional, or stressful factors as well. So, how? What is this? Again, stop making cancer. What I mean to tell that is clean out all the toxins and stop watering and fertilizers. See, what are these toxins doing inside your body? They are just sluggishly running through the system. But that sluggish circulation in the system creates something called inflammation. If the person's circulation is poor, there is a stagnant blood which is not going to be flowing, and so that means it can't detoxify and get rid of that unwanted material that's in the body. People with poor circulation and where there is always a stagnation of the blood and all that, which is not moving properly, or something like lymphatic stasis. You have got blood vessels, you have got arteries, you have got veins. At the same way, you have got lymphatics as well. So these lymphatics, if they are sluggish, the circulation is it can't detoxify unwanted material in the body. So what happens to this? How what is happening consequently is there is a decreased oxygenation. Decreased oxygenation is we know all of us are on the same page in the sense cancer lives in an anaerobic, sugary, and acidic environment. The guy who told in Dr. Otto Warburg in 1931 discovered that cancer cells eat sugar. It's a fact. Lot of studies published in such respected journals have said that, for example, if you drink two sugary soft drinks per day, you increase your risk of pancreatic cancer to 90%. If you if people eat most of their diet high carbohydrate, high sugar, you increase your rate of cancer to 54%. These are the facts. I must tell you, this is one thing which, if you don't understand, you cannot go further. And cancer is a something which is you have to be careful, because what enables it to survive despite surgery to excise it, despite radiation to burn it out, and despite chemotherapy to poison it, we started having recently begun to grasp this nature of the disease. Cancer is not a group of errant cells waiting passively to be annihilated by a wonder drug. Instead, it is caused by a cascade of genetic and molecular glitches. That's why cancer doesn't present in a single target for a magic bullet. A tumor is merely the obvious symptom of an altered, unbalanced symptom. It's an unbalanced system. It has got acidic environment, full of sugary stuff, and anaerobic, less of oxygen. That's the reason why both the targeted therapies and the older weapons of surgery, radiation, chemo often fail to prevent the spread or recurrence of the disease. They neither pick up the renegade cancer cells, strengthen the body's biological balance, nor reach all the underlying molecular accidents that initiated cancer in the first place. As a result, even if the original tumor is gone, this biological imbalance creates an environment for cancer to recur. Tumor cells use body's own healthy resources to grow and multiply. This means that cancer is a systemic disruption and perversion of the body's resources and mechanisms. Because cancer will use every bit of your body's biochemistry to proliferate, you must strengthen every biochemical defense possible to defeat it. This is what I mean to talk about this particular stuff. Stop making cancer. Take out the sugary things from your thing. Try to oxygenate properly and start doing a stupid. I don't want to tell it stupid, but it looks very orthodox. I want you people to start looking into what is detoxification. Try to remove the things which are unwanted in the body. That will help stop making the cancer. Thank you.